Hello, it's Andrew Bonsey here, exercise physiologist and part of the HD Health Group team. And now we're going to get started with some Fitball basics. If you haven't seen the introduction to the Fitball, go back and have a look at that, and then get ready and we'll get started. Okay, so as I said in that video, these can be exercises that can be done by all levels, but this is the basic level for you to get started with. So first of all, we're just going to start off with some nice standing exercises with the ball, just holding it and just doing some nice rotations. Now, I know you're going too hard and fast. I just want you to kind of go to about 80% of your range, and it's just about moving rhythmically. And as you go, you can start to not only turn your spine, rotate your spine, but also turn your hips and your knees, and you can come up onto your toes a little bit even, just to warm up. That's good. Once you've done that one, I want you to go into what we call a bend and reach. So it's going to go down, touch on the ground, and then reach up overhead. Now when you're doing these, it doesn't really matter how many you do because they're all fairly easy, but to warm up these first 2 or 3 exercises that I'm going to show you, you want to probably do at least 15 or 20 of them each. If you can do a few more, that's great as well. I'll just show you a few of each here. Good, when you've done that one, once you go like from low to high, like on a bit of a diagonal line like this. Again, not all the full as far as you can go, but just nice and smooth. Warming the body up as we go, and then coming from the other direction. So it's a very dynamic kind of warm up and getting you moving and just working within your limits. That's the key. Good, so that feels good. Got nicely warmed up. So I'll show you some other exercises now. We'll go down onto the mat. So what I'd like you to do first is to pop your feet up on top of the ball, probably about 90 degrees at the knee, head down and relaxed. Try and wrap your feet around the ball, hands out for a bit of balance, and I just simply want you to do a nice little hip bridge. So he's going to push up through the ball, lift up and back down. The key here is to try and keep your feet, the ball, nice and still. So if you don't do it properly, you'll probably want to try and roll away, but we want you to keep it nice and still on this exercise, like so. Good. Once you've done that, put your feet right up on top of the ball so the heels are up at 12 o'clock on the ball. And what I'd like you to do from there, this is a good one for the tummy muscles. I want you just to draw those tummy muscles in. We're just going to lower the ball down, the foot down at the side of the ball, and back up, and then switch to the other side. Now, you try to keep the ball very still with your other foot. It's going to want to get away from you. It's a nice one to either activate the tummy muscles or to work them if you're just starting out with this type of exercise. Head down and relax, tummy muscles in, like that, that's good. And then just for another mobility exercise, but it also kind of works the tummy muscles a little bit if you're just starting out. Just going to get you to rotate across, like so. Down that way like that. Again, not going to your full range, but you have to kind of use your tummy muscles to come back up again. So try and use the oblique muscles to come back up, like so. Okay, then we're going to come back up. I'm going to show you a couple of exercises sitting on the ball. If you have a stick at home, something like this, broomstick or something, don't choose the one you fly around on at home normally. What are we going to get you to do? You can see I'm going to put that nicely up my spine. Again, the idea here is to keep the ball perfectly still as you lift one leg up off the ground and then switch. This ball's a little bit small for me, so that's why it's a little bit harder. Nice and tall. It's a really good exercise for the hip flexors and also really good for your posture as well. From there, we're going to do some little lean backs. So this is a very important one to use a stick for if you can, or just make sure you don't arch your back. I want you just to practice to lean back and hold. If you tuck your toes under the couch or something at home, you can probably lean back a little bit further, but it's really important that it comes from the hips and not from arching your back. You'll feel a nice little bit of hip flexor and tummy muscle strengthening happening there with that one too. And the last one we'll do, just a little basic series, just to get something happening for the upper body. Just going to put the ball up onto the wall, probably about chest height. Come up onto your toes a little bit. I I'll just get you to do some nice little presses into the wall. Again, this is not much of a difficult exercise for people who've been doing a lot, but if you're just starting out, it's a nice little way of getting some chest and arm strength going. And just try and engage your shoulder blades there as you're going in. And keep a nice straight posture so you're just hinging from your feet, not arching your back or sticking your bottom out. Okay, so there's a nice little start for you. So those kind of exercises you can try at home, and hope you enjoy them.